Hi guys, it's your girl Lola Loves You, and today's topic is Whitney Houston and Donna Summer's One Diva canceled. And thanks to my honey bunny Patricia. Patricia always loved Donna Summers and compare her to Whitney Houston, and we're going to talk about it. This video is going to be a little short, but we're going to get into Whitney Houston and Donna Summers. Donna Summers was a beautiful disco diva. She really ruled the disco era in the early 80s. She had a few big hits. But she really was known in the 70s for all her music. Love to Love Ya, Last Dance. It's a lot. She won a lot of awards. And she really made a mark for herself as a diva, especially in the disco era. Beautiful. She looks like Whitney Houston a little bit. High cheekbones, statuesque woman. Beautiful, just beautiful. I have an aunt that looked just like Donna Summer. I'm not lying. She looked just like Donna Summer. I'm not lying. And okay. Now Donna Summers grew up kind of with a troubled childhood of different incidents. I think she was a witness to something, and then she had to move, and then she grew up with a lot of low self-esteem, and just like Whitney Houston had a lot of low self-esteem in my opinion. But Donna began to grow out of that low self-esteem when she started, in the disco era, start singing, and a lot of people embraced her for her flaws. Like, she didn't like her lips, and her lips were beautiful, and she was a beautiful girl, but a lot of her, I think her siblings would make fun of her. After a while, she became famous, and with fame, a lot of bad things happened. And I don't know if she had any mental illness, but I know she almost went through a tragic incident. She almost went through a really bad tragic incident, but due to a housekeeper, talking her out of the tragic incident, she became saved. And a lot of people, when they become saved, it's nothing wrong with changing your lifestyle or whatever you think, whatever you thought that would cause you to sin or to be separated from God. That's between you and God. So a lot of people, when they become saved, and I'm not going to say this is what happened with Donna Summers did, they'll start, try to judge. And that's the wrong thing. You do not judge. You love on others. You don't judge on others. You love on others, especially when you do become saved. Accept Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, because you're still not perfect. God is the only perfect being, not us. Not us. Only Jesus Christ. And us getting saved is accepting Jesus Christ into our lives and letting him know that we accept him as our personal Lord and Savior. So now with this, I don't know how her attitude changed towards certain people, like the homosexual community. Now, during a 1983 performance, I don't know, it's hearsay or whatever. They said she made some type of reference to anti-gay remarks regarding the HIV and AIDS epidemic, allegedly. And this happened in 1983. And she didn't say anything about it until 89. And people thought that was very weird. Like, okay, 83, we accused you of this. At 89, now you writing a letter to organizations and things because people are boycotting your performances and things like that. So it's kind of weird. And her excuse was that her team, her staff keep her away from the negative news. I don't know. I just 6 years, like 80. Well, yeah, 83 from 89, and you didn't know, and people, she's a diva. And people don't understand the LGBT community loves divas. We love divas. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be careful for any artist, anybody that's out here in the limelight with a platform. You have to be careful what you say. Now, I'm not saying I'm not telling you that you have to agree with everybody, what everybody doing, and who everybody are, but you have to respect them. And you have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? You're the The front stage is not your living room or kitchen table or bedroom for personal talk or personal feelings. You have to be respectful to everyone when you are in this world. When you go out that door, you gotta respect everybody. So I don't know if she really said it or not, but she said something that someone probably could misconstrued. She, at her best, she shouldn't have said anything. She shouldn't have said nothing. Probably say pray for people that's going through something, but she never should have said anything regarding HIV and AIDS with homosexuality and punishment. I don't know if she said that, but she said she didn't say it, but allegedly she said something to those terms or for somebody to, misconstrue it. Now, later on, a magazine, New York Magazine posted their story again and saying it was factual, but she later sued them and they settled out of court the lawsuit. So I don't know. Both parties can't talk about it. We don't know. So after I remember as a child seeing Donna Summers, I maybe like in a magazine, not a new magazine, but it was like an old magazine, like something like a magazine my grandmother or grandfather or somebody might have had, or just watching something on television and saying, "Who was Donna Summers?" And it's just like once that happened to her in the 80s, like she was canceled. Like nobody really liked her no more. And I remember, no, remember seeing her on Family Matters. And I was like, oh my gosh, who is this lady? She was beautiful. And that song, Last Dance, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a beautiful song. But I never knew why people kind of blackballed her or canceled her. Now we call it cancel culture. But as I did my research, like on Wikipedia, it lets you know what really happened. And, everybody make mistakes, y'all. And when you cancel somebody or blackball them, some people really do make mistakes. Somebody might have felt that way in the 80s, and then in the 90s or 2000s, they don't feel like that no more. Or they experience life. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody is not going to, be on that how they was when they was younger. And I'm not making an excuse for Donna Summers. I don't know if Donna Summers even said, like I said, I don't even know if she even said that or anything, or her mentality was. But I'm just saying in general, it's a lot of people out here that says things or may have done things they were not supposed to. But when somebody comes to you and asks for forgiveness, and she asked them for forgiveness, she asked the uh the organization for forgiveness. And when somebody is really coming to you and asking forgiveness, it's not because they got caught or sometimes it is. But for them to be man enough or woman enough to say, I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I have an error in my ways. Even if that don't stop them from thinking the way they think, just for them acknowledging it, not saying it should be enough, but it should be enough for you to say, okay, I forgive you. You go your way and I go mine. So I don't think Donna Summers really had redemption and for her era. I don't know what happened. Like I said, I don't know what happened, but I just believe that kind of they canceled her. Now with Whitney Houston, her meeting Donna Summers probably like was the Grammy party, Clive Davis Grammy party of '86. I remember Donna Summers was right there, I guess, talking to her, giving her advice, or just asking her how everything was going, or maybe telling her she was proud of her. But after that, I don't recall ever seeing Whitney and Donna Summers together. They might have ran into each other at parties or something, but a lot of people and a lot of people from the LGBT community felt a way about Donna Summers. So that's why she got canceled, in my opinion. But it's crazy that both of them passed in the year 2012. 2012. Whitney passed and then Donna Summers passed. And Donna Summers passed from lung cancer. And that's just crazy. And the thing about it, they said she wasn't even a smoker like that. Whitney Houston was a smoker. Well, Whitney Houston didn't pass from lung cancer, but Whitney Houston was a smoker. And they said Donna Summers wasn't a smoker like that. But I don't know. Some magazines say she might have smoked in her younger days, so we don't know. But yeah, she passed away from lung cancer. Even through her passing, it just didn't really make an impact. Like, okay, singer Donna Summers passed away and moving on. Like, really no projects or really anything talking about Donna Summers anymore. Kind of forgotten. So that's my video on Whitney Houston, Donna Summers, and just Donna Summers' career in general. Leave us in the comments down below. What is your favorite Donna Summer song? My favorite Donna Summer song is Last Dance. And I'll be back with another video. Bye.